Recently, my lack of judgment and poor decisions have led to a very, very serious issue that needs to be addressed. I owe it to you guys. As I was coming up with new ideas and new content, I was watching a home video with my family of myself as a 3-year-old when my mom announced that she was pregnant with my younger brother. In that home video, I ruined a beautiful moment by telling everyone that I heard my nanny tell me to put my panties on through a stethoscope. It's a video that has brought back laughter and joy within my family for years, and I shared it with what I thought was a funny caption. It's not funny. It was a quote from the video. Never in a million years did I think something that I thought was so innocent could be looked in such an ugly way, and I think that's where the problem lies. I realized I'm so disattached with reality that it didn't even cross my mind that this could be viewed like this, and that's a serious issue. It's not funny, it will never be funny, and it's not okay.
Gabi Demartino, somebody I've never heard before until they were trending all over social media in the last few days. I took a quick dive into why exactly this person was in the spotlight. I guess this is not the first or second or even third time they've had a very, 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 very large scandal. But this one doesn't really compare to her other scandals that she's had, because this actually involves a crime and distribution of things that should not be distributed in any capacity. Gabi Demartino is a influencer with over 3 million subscribers, and they have a OnlyFans account. For those of you who live under a rock, OnlyFans is a website in which you post adult content. Some people do not use it for that, but that is what it is primarily known for. I post a lot of shirtless photos on mine personally. There's a lot of people out there who just want to see some extra skin, but this is different. This has nothing to do with adults doing adult things on an adult website. This is an adult doing a thing that involves implying that they are an adult, but they're not. One of the features of OnlyFans is making a post, and you have to pay to unlock that post. Right here is the image in which we are taking a look at. You pay $3 to unlock the post, and it has a caption attached to it. So I guess my question is, given what you know about OnlyFans, what would you assume this post would include with a caption such as that, you know? Right? I have to reemphasize that OnlyFans is 18+. It is an adult site where people post adult things. Considering this person's past has all been adult content, and there's nothing wrong with posting that type of stuff, why stray from the norm and do something like this? Because that post, that $3 unlock, was not a photo of herself when she was an adult, but rather a photo of when she was 3 years old. I personally have not seen it. I don't want to see it, but a lot of people paid for this, and there was a massive outcry and outroar because what was posted was illegal. To summarize this in the most PG way that I can, flashing occurred, and the flashing was of a kid. Of them, despite the post implying that they were an adult, despite the fact that this is on an adult site, despite the fact that she was knowingly, intentionally clickbaiting with a false post, which, believe it or not, this is not the first time this has happened. For those of you who don't know who Bella Thorne is, she basically caused a massive scuffle in the world of OnlyFans recently because she made a post that people had to unlock, in which she promised and basically said in the post that she's, you know, completely woo-woo, hey, unlock this post for $30 or $50, see me completely woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And then when all these people paid for it, which apparently she made over like $1 million, she grifted and scammed people from a post that wasn't actually delivering what she promised. Not cool, which had like a backwards effect on me, everybody basically, who uses OnlyFans as an additional side income. Because now from that gigantic thing that she did, screwing all of us over, people can only tip a max of $100, and then OnlyFans takes out $20. So now there's a max that people can charge for tipping and like customs, and it's just really, really scummy. Now the reason that I bring up Bella Thorne is because she essentially did the same thing that Gabi has done here. The only difference is Gabi posted something when she was a child, which under federal law, this constitute as the word I'm not going to say, but it's the letter C and it's the letter P. And this raises a lot of legal questions because not only did she post this of herself doing something inappropriately as a kid, but she then distributed it to people and charged people to consume that content, which in and of itself creates this whole legality issue of people are now seeing this of a literal child that should not be on the internet in any capacity. You're not going to convince me that with a caption like this, it wasn't implied that this was an adult post, but it turned out that it wasn't adult at all. And that's what is so gross wrong and messed up. Now, the internet went into an uproar, and OnlyFans actually removed her entire account. It suspended her, and rightfully so, as it was a complete violation of their policies. But the worst part of all is that when she started to receive backlash from what she had done and posted illegally, she made a tweet saying, "If you don't get my humor by now, please don't call yourself a fancy baby." Which I find this really ironic that you would post this, because originally when she was being called out, she in a way defended herself by saying it's just her part of her humor, which then resulted in a backpedal of saying, "Oh my gosh, I really did screw up," which then resulted in her making a video talking about how she screwed up and that she didn't mean anything by it and that wasn't her intent, blah, 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 blah. And to my response is just, I'm sorry, I don't believe you, because you captioned it in a way in which implied that you were an adult. This is known as baiting people to pay for something that you don't actually deliver what is promised. Instead, you provided something that was illegal, harmful, and that people didn't want to see involving a kid. It doesn't matter if they're fans of you or not. That's gross. In most cases, like, if you have family videos of you as a kid or doing things, those videos are typically circulated within, like, your family and only your family, not posted online to be exploited or to be redistributed or watched or consumed by other people. And you bet your jelly beans that there are people out there consuming and who saw this, some weirdo perverts, some creeps, whatever. They're like, "Ooh, yeah, look what we got. We got a free look." And that's gross. That's wrong. It's illegal. This distribution of, God, just no. How can this be a mistake? You knowingly posted it, put a paywall behind it with that caption implying that people were paying for adult content, when in reality it was content involving a child. There are people who do not think before they post really, really sick, twisted stuff. Think before you post something like that. And if somebody says to you, "Hey, what you're posting is illegal, what you're posting is wrong, or that person is underage," and your first response is to, like, argue for why it isn't, that in there lies a problem. The moment you or I or anybody says that, "Hey, this is an underage thing," there should be no hesitation, there should be no fighting, there should be no argument on pulling that off the internet for why that should not be put out for people to see or consume in any capacity. Trying to normalize that it's a normal thing to do is to post images of other people underage in ways of them lacking particular clothes and things is wrong. It doesn't matter if it's of yourself, of other people. Don't do it. It's not cool. And there can seriously be real legal repercussions, especially when you're 18 years of age and you do it. I feel like as the years progress, we're not doing our job as parental figures or even as influence on educating people the damage and trauma that this can actually push onto people when children are harmed or exploited in ways that go against the law. There's no ifs, ands, or buts in this type of situation. You don't post underage stuff of yourself, charge people money for it, and expect people not to be grossed out, upset, or legal stuff to happen. Children need to be protected, not exploited. Right around the same time this thing happened, she started trying to push and sell her new product, which is just weird to me. It just seems like I've seen this happen multiple times with big influencers where, like, a scandal or something really screwed up happens, or they do something really screwed up, but at the same time, like a day after or a day before, they try to sell merchandise or a product right as it's happening. I'm not a conspiracy theorist here, but it's really weird that I've seen this happen multiple times with multiple gigantic people with millions of subs. It's almost like the scandals in a way help the product, even though it should be the exact opposite, where, like, the scandals should make people not want to get the product. Those are my thoughts. What do you think? Leave a comment down below.